Hi and welcome to my channel. So as you may already know, the UK has a brand new commander-in-chief, aka Prime Minister. And having a new Prime Minister means that all the ministers are going to change and all the rules will change again. And so that's what we're really going to be talking about in today's video. What are some of these changes that have already been announced and confirmed, and kind of what is still kind of pending and awaiting that review. So if you're new to my channel, you're obviously welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, as usual, I appreciate your time. If you haven't joined this family, hit the subscribe button below because you want to be the first person that is notified every single day when I drop a new video on here at 10 a.m. prompt UK time. The biggest change that we know so far that I've just announced is that they're going to be giving legal status to over 100,000 immigrants that are currently in the UK. So this is very good news. This is something that is massive, and I'm going to be expanding more, in this video and how you can actually benefit from this. But indeed, who can actually benefit from all of this? Because it is something that is really, really big. As you know, I'm very passionate about, these rules, these immigration opportunities, visa sponsorship jobs to move to the UK or switch if you're already in the UK. But most importantly, career progression here in the UK. You're looking for NHS jobs, you're looking to progress in your career, you're looking for apprenticeships so you can get paid to work and study at the same time. That's what I'm really interested in, because if you're in the UK already, no matter the rules, you've got to survive in this country. You've still got to excel. So whether the immigration rules are good or bad, like I say, we still have to do what we have to do. So that's really what we're going to talk about. If you are new here, by the way, I do have a free newsletter. I've dropped the link in the comment section below. It's, once you join, I send information such as this, visa sponsorship jobs, opportunities, career progression in the UK directly to your inbox. It's easy to join. You drop your name and email address and you're part of it. You're also going to see my contact details there if you need that support, that guidance, and you're thinking, Melvis, what about my specific circumstances? What support can I get? What sorts of jobs can I apply in the UK, to remain in this country or to move with my family? Again, you'll see my WhatsApp details as well as my email address, and you can contact me directly at your earliest convenience. And so what has the government really announced and confirmed so far? I'm going to put this into two different brackets because there's legal migration and then there is illegal migration. So when it comes to legal migration, so that's people that have moved to the UK legally with visas in various sectors, not much has really been changed, ever since this government came into power. But I know that, they'll have to do something about that. Their main focus has really been on illegal migration, which is what I'm going to talk about here. But sometimes, even if you come to the UK legally, you can still benefit from some of these pathways. So when it comes to, say, the previous governments, the rules that we have at the moment, those rules obviously stand. And so if you're looking for jobs to move to the UK or you're already in the UK, you need to know that those rules stand. And so anything else that you see, on YouTube or wherever, to be honest, is all speculation, because as you know, all governments normally have their manifesto, which is what they promise to do if they're elected. But once they're elected, it's not the same. I mean, some of them don't even do any of what they've said, because we know how politicians are. So as of now, those rules stand as far as legal migration is concerned. One thing I'm going to say is, what are your current circumstances? Are you applying for jobs to move to the UK? Are you already in the UK? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Which pathway are you considering, so that I can provide more information to better support, you through that process into success? Because the whole point is, no matter what the rules are, like I said before, we still have to try and move to the UK. People will still try to move to the UK, and people that are in the UK will still have to progress, still have to live and survive in this country. So it doesn't really matter, because the only option we have is really to respect these rules. So like I said, when it comes to legal migration, those rules stand. Another thing that is worthy of note is that the new government kind of agreed with most of the changes that were implemented by the previous government when it comes to legal migration. What they didn't really agree on was the illegal migration side of things. But when it comes to, all the changes that we have now, they kind of agreed. And that's why I think they haven't really focused a lot on changes, when it comes to that legal migration pathway. But obviously, we'll keep an eye. And if anything does change, then I will be keeping you updated. But like I said, as of now, anything that you see on YouTube about changes, updates when it comes to legal migration is all speculation, because they have not actually made any changes yet, but they've made announcements regarding illegal migration. That's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. So what they have said, which is a government spokesperson, has confirmed that they will be giving legal status to over 100,000 illegal migrants in the UK. So this is normally called asylum. So if you're somebody who has registered or you're looking to seek asylum in the UK, this is a good opportunity. And so, but there are things that you need to think about. You need to kind of prepare yourself to make sure that you can have that evidence that is needed to support your application, because it can be a very, very challenging process if you don't have the right evidence that is needed. It can take years. I know people that have been through the process for like 10 years, 15 years, still kind of waiting and lingering, and it can be very stressful. But with the legal migration pathways, you're going to spend time to apply for jobs or go through student visa route, spend money. But, you know, those are kind of like legit and easier pathways really to go through, because the best pathway is applying for a job, get visa sponsorship, move to the UK, or switch if you're already in the UK. That's the best and the easiest pathway to use, but it depends on your circumstances. So there is also an estimate that there are currently about 150,000 illegal migrants in the UK. I think that number is very wrong. I think it's a lot higher, and many people maybe don't just move forward about their status, but they have said they're going to be giving the legal status to over 100,000 people. Obviously, there's no specific number, but that is massive, because as you know, the previous government had this plan all about, you know, getting migrants to go to Rwanda while awaiting, you know, process of their documents and all of that. That has completely been scrapped by this new government, which is amazing because it didn't make any sense. So that has been scrapped, and so they're going to look at each person's case. So what are some of the things that you can do, you know, or who are some of the people that can qualify for this particular pathway? Because as you can imagine, over 100,000 people, that's a massive number, and it's a big opportunity for people that want to settle legally and permanently in the UK. Because one advantage when it comes to asylum is that you have lots of privileges than somebody who actually has a normal visa in the UK. You can also get your indefinite leave to remain after 5 years in the UK. So like I said, there are lots of advantages, even though you can't work while you're in the process, but you'll be able to work after that. And there's a lot of funding that is available, you know, to provide accommodation and lots of different facilities to these individuals that are obviously in this situation and registered legally. So what is the criteria? And by the way, if you're not aware, you know, I work as an advanced nurse practitioner here in the UK, you know, so I'm a nurse. I started my own journey 13 or 14 years ago as a carer in the UK, and I've progressed to the most senior clinical nursing job. And that's why I'm passionate to talk about this. I like to share my own journey because I have gone through all these processes as well. And that's why I empathize with those of you that are currently going through this journey. And that's why I also like to bring this information to you. And if you're not aware, I do have a private career coaching program where I support people that want to obviously apply for jobs legally in the UK. And if you need more information about it to know what is in this for you, you can check the description box below or the about section of this channel, and you see more information about that. Or you can just check the comment section below and contact me directly. There's my WhatsApp number and my email address to see what is in this for you. So if you're looking for companies that are recruiting your CV, you know, NHS jobs, apprenticeships, so you can progress and study obviously legally in the UK, then I'm your girl. And so when it comes to requirements, you've got to have, to be a refugee, obviously, in the UK, you've got to have evidence to show that if you return to your home country, you're going to be at risk. Your life is going to be at risk because it is going to be unsafe for you, and you're not going to get protection from the authorities back in your home country. So some of these things will be like persecution because of your sex, because of your religion, because of your political views, because of your you know, sexuality. Obviously, like I've said, that's a big thing now, because with homophobia and everything else going on in some countries, which is unacceptable, by the way, it is something that is very frowned upon. So in the UK, you can get that refuge, rightfully so, that you need in order to live a safe safe life. Also, political unrest is another reason. Abuse as well, domestic abuse. I mean, I know lots of people that have sought asylum successfully because of domestic abuse. And like I said, some of these reasons, even if you're already in the UK, you can seek asylum and be successful as long as you've got evidence, obviously, to support your claim. That is really what is needed. And so you need to make sure that, yes, if you return back home, there is fear, from persecution. There's a risk that your life is going to be in danger. That's the biggest thing, for whatever reason. And then you have to have the relevant documents to support that. When you're doing your asylum claim, one of the good things also is that you can have your dependents with you, because you may be watching this and you're thinking, Melvis, but what about dependents? Are they allowed? Of course they are allowed. So you can have your spouse, you can have your kids. That's absolutely fine. You simply include them in your documentation, and they are also going to be granted, that legal status alongside yourself in the UK. So again, there's quite a lot to consider. Obviously, this is more like superficial information, kind of giving you tips just to give you a heads up as to what is needed. But if this is a process that you want to pursue, then obviously you want to get that legal advice to make sure that you know exactly what evidence you need to support your specific circumstances. Because like I said, if you have all the documentation, the process can be very smooth, very easy, very straightforward. But if you don't, then it can be very challenging, and it can even take decades for you to be successful. But if you're somebody who is just considering moving to the UK legally or living here legally, then like I say, my advice is you should be applying for jobs, apply for visa sponsorship opportunities, or apply for student visas. I mean, there are courses that will guarantee you that visa sponsorship anyway. So it's just for you to know about what your specific circumstances are, what your objectives are, which country you're coming from, and what evidence you need to be able to support that application. Again, if you know somebody that can benefit from this, obviously do share this with them, because there may be people who are in some of these situations and would qualify for this. Because as you know, 100,000, the government has said over 100,000 people. They didn't give any specific number. They just said they're going to give asylum or refugee status documents to over 100,000 people that are currently in the UK. So it's a massive opportunity, obviously, for the right people. And I thought I should just give you a heads up, because as you know, my focus here is always about jobs, visa sponsorship jobs in the UK, visa sponsorship jobs to move to the UK, as well as career progression in the UK, so that we can all work less, earn a lot more money, and get to retire early. That's really my objective. So like I said, if you need to contact me, just check the comment section below. You see my contact details, and check out the other videos that I've shared, on this channel about opportunities in this amazing country and how you can progress. So check this out here.